So good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Mind group. And the name came to me just I was looking for a um, nice way to describe what we actually do here. So mind is mindfully inquiring non-duality. So one thing that I want to put it out there is this is not a teaching. I'm not here to teach non-duality. I don't think I can do that. Non-duality for me is not two. So the moment I become somebody who is teaching something, I'm already entering into duality. Like there are two things there. This I, and then there are other people who are listening. So therefore, non-duality is something that we can try to explore and also fail to explore. But and most importantly, it's not something that we can really have a direct experience. Anyways, just wanted to give a small framework of the intention of the group is to have a discussion, maybe have a contemplative practice. Usually what we do on Tuesday mornings, I lead a guided meditation and then it explores our true nature. And we ask questions about like, who am I? What is my experience? What is reality? What is permanent? What is temporary? What's going on here? Stuff like that. And also we explore who is aware. Like right now, there are sensations in my body, there are thoughts coming up, and there are feelings, and there is awareness of those. And also there are sounds and there are visions, what I see. So this is what mind is. We just have a contemplation and a discussion and then see where it goes. So I don't want to offer another belief system. I rather enjoy challenging beliefs because beliefs keep us stuck into, okay, I felt like this in past and I want to feel that like that in future, which also often happens in therapy. So I'm also giving myself the permission to not be a therapist here. This is absolutely not a group therapy kind of thing. This is more like we are friends here and we are exploring what is really going on. And because I'm here sharing my mind with you, sharing my experiences with you, and I have often seen that sharing this mind leads to a really interesting discussion and exploration. So quite simple, this is not a teaching, not therapy. This is not something that we do to get from this point to that other point. You might feel nice by connecting with people. That is a side effect. You might feel understood and maybe like get some clarity, another side effect. You might feel happy and peaceful, another side effect. But my goal is not create cause and effects, not to establish cause and effect sort of beliefs. The reason is who am I to do that? You know, the reason is I am still experiencing Mahip as something or someone that comes up and goes down. So there's an exploration. There's not a concrete establishment that this is Mahip. I still haven't found that I, Mahip, as a person to be a solid, to be a permanent thing. So how can I offer that to anyone else? These are some thoughts with which I wanted to start the group, and that these thoughts just came up right now. I did not plan. There was no planning yet. So I just said something that came up naturally. And yeah, thank you, Naresh. I'm seeing your chat. Okay, yeah. So yes, self-exploration is something that we'll definitely do together. Okay. Anything, any questions or comments that are coming up for anyone? Or what do you think about this kind of group or what I just said?
I haven't had time to read about non-duality, so I'm just this time I just want to absorb.
Sure. Sure. Yeah,
So,
makes sense.
sorry, go ahead, Mike. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no worries. I was just saying to Avi, that's completely fine. You can come and see how it is, and you can continue to join, or you can, if it's not something that you're interested in, you're free to go. So it's just like an open space.
Yeah. For me, it's getting more of my, I think I really like that.
I'm glad. Okay. If there are no questions or comments, I'll do a little contemplative meditation and then see what comes out of it. Okay. I'm going to mute everyone. Let's see. Okay. Now let's get into a position that's comfortable for you. You can leave your eyes open or close them. It's completely your choice. Now I like to begin with bringing the attention to the breathing, collecting the thoughts and feelings and memories and bringing them into one space. Acknowledging that thoughts are here, feelings are here, questions are here, doubts are here, anxiety is here, peace is here, curiosity is here, uncertainty is here, sensations are here, this body is here, this mind is here. Acknowledging the experience that is here and moving the attention like a flashlight away from all these things and placing them onto the breath. You're noticing the breath that is already here, not trying to change anything, not trying to create new experience, simply being present. With what is. I will simply describe the experience that I am noticing along with the contemplation that arises in response to those experiences. I'm noticing sensations in the body of tightness, warmth, sometimes heaviness, and some ticklish sensations in my back, the touch of the clothing. There is some tightness in the chest and stiffness in shoulders. The rest of the body feels more light. I'm also noticing thoughts coming up. Thoughts of what should I say? Thoughts of what these people think of me. Thoughts about doubt and insecurity. Why am I doing this? What's going on? I'm noticing the thoughts have a charge, like a tension within them. Just like there is a tension in the body. And I'm noticing the moment I named that anxiety, the tightness, there is a sense of relief. The tension started fading away. So what's going on here is simple acknowledgement of the lived experience, an authentic, a genuine expression of the inner experience. With this group, I noticed a barrier. I noticed a voice asking me to not share, not tell anyone that there is anxiety here. There was fear of being open and being genuine. And intuitively, I chose to simply express what's going on. And now, another question came up is like, who is this I? Who is choosing to say these words? Who is feeling these sensations? Or who is having these thoughts? It's like I turned the flashlight to look for this eye. And I'm still looking. And it's funny as I say, I am looking for the eye. It sounds weird and it sounds confusing. And yet that is what is happening. And in this looking, all I'm finding is mostly the body sensations and some thoughts arising and passing. I'm not able to locate the I. I am not able to find a specific CEO of this system. Like, where is the one who is in control, who is in charge of this process? I'm not able to find that I. And yet this feeling again comes up, like, what are these other individuals thinking about me? I notice that this thought process is interesting and ridiculous at the same time. This feeling that of me comes up. This anxiety and insecurity and doubt about me comes up. But when I look for the me, I really don't see that me. I can come to a conclusion, there is this body, that's me. But the body is nothing more than the experience of sensations. All there is simple sensation changing in different parts of this apparently present body. To be more authentic, how I feel as if there is a movie called Mahip playing. And I'm watching it. And the movie mostly has these thoughts, feelings, memories, and sensations. They come up. They come up on the screen as if. And they are changing constantly. Feels like a non-stop movie is playing. One thought after another, one feeling after another, one sensation after another. And the only experience or the only thing that I feel most sure of is being aware. I do not know the thoughts, where do they come from, where do they go? So fleeting, so temporary. And the feelings, they feel like really old and as if That's my feeling. But because I haven't found the me or my, I'm questioning, like, how can these be my thoughts or feelings? And notice the sensations in the body. Some seem pleasant, some seem very unpleasant. Anxiety or restlessness. It's so difficult to be with them. And I ask, to whom are they arising? For whom they are easy or difficult? Who is making these generalizations? Who is making these assumptions about the experience? And again, I do not find that I. And as this exploration is happening, I'm noticing the tightness melting away. There's a peace, there's a relief, there's a relaxation that naturally arises. There is this sense of ease. There's this knowing. Again, the only one thing, which is not a thing, that I feel sure of is being myself, is being aware. And here I'm understanding as if there is this I feeling, which I did not find. Seems to be like a shadow, like an imposter. And the moment I shine the light on this shadow self, it's gone. As if it's never even there. And what remains is this isness, this presence, the nothingness. What really is here is this emptiness, which is also the fullness. No matter how much I try to describe it, the words fail. I cannot put this presence into a conceptual framework. It's like I'm trying to put the empty space that is all around us in this room, the open sky, the unlimited, boundless, empty space, which goes beyond the planet Earth and beyond the galaxies. The very isness of this whole universe. It's like trying to put that into a box. I cannot place this presence into a label or a sentence. I can only try. And this trying is very relaxing. Somehow, the more I try to understand this presence, this awareness. The more I become it, as if that is who I am. Being myself, I feel home. I feel very happy and peaceful out of no reason, out of nowhere. This joy, this happiness is just here, as if it never left me. Now I notice the mind coming up. That I feeling comes up and questions, how can I stay here all the time? I don't want to leave this. This is so good. How do I stay here? And all that I can say is, this is who you are. You can never come here or you can never leave. This is it. This is all there is. It's just like that screen on which we watch a movie. The character goes on a journey from point A to point B to point C to D or E. All the points exist on that one screen. The character feels like he or she or they are on a journey. They started over there in that past, and they are here now, going towards that future. From that place, that location to that other location, from here to there. Never, not even for a second, the character leaves the screen. All the points, all the time, all the locations are essentially nothing but one screen on which the movie is appearing, on which the characters appear to happen. So also this Mahib character keeps trying. Keeps desiring peace or happiness, or keeps running away from frustration, sadness, or depression. Not knowing that he never left. Not knowing that he is nothing but me. I am that screen of awareness. That boundless presence. I am this never-ending, infinite peace. Heap is my movie. My heap is what I do. My heap is what I appear to be doing or wearing. I am always same. Change appears to be happening. Just like that screen never changes. To this changeless presence. Thank you so much for engaging in this contemplation with me. Open up this space and check in with how all of you are doing and how was your experience, and if something made sense or if something did not make sense. Yeah. You can come back to the space whenever you are ready. Just curious if anyone wants to share how their experience was. Yes, Gloria, go for it.
It was a little difficult than usual.
Mhm.
I was trying to understand and feel what you were saying about
Mhm.
awareness.
Mhm.
And I can kind of sort of understand the concept of being the screen.
Mhm.
And then my mind thought, but what am I supposed to be aware of? And
Mm.
my mind hardened.
Mm.
And then when you started talking about be present, and then my mind said, but awareness, being aware and being present is a different thing. He's talking about two different things now. And I was trying to understand. And there was one more thing that came after that. What was it? Oh, you talked about nothingness.
Mm.
And then, so 3 words inside me was
Mm.
all separated, and there was a conflict because the meaning seemed to be different. The
Mhm.
awareness and the presence and the nothingness.
Mhm.
And I had a hard
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. And I understand, and of course, the language is never gonna do justice to that. It's like I'm trying to talk about silence, and I'm using words. So, so I'm not doing. That's why I started with. I'm not here to teach. I cannot teach this. So, I can only share my experience. I can only share what's happening in this mind, and a lot of it makes no sense to my mind. My mind is still confused. My mind is still exploring what is this world, what's going on. And this is something that I like. During the contemplation, I felt relaxed. Like I'm finding peace and joy here. Like if I was not sitting here, I would be doing the same thing in the park. you know so usually that's my morning. So I'm just sitting here and doing it in public, that's all. Because it's fun. So I'm sorry the concepts can be confusing.
No, that's
And
right. So,
yeah.
okay, the one thing that I didn't do
Mm.
after I've known you,
Mhm.
I do feel very relaxed and open
Mm.
when I'm with you. But then
Mm.
when we finish the session, the computer is closed, I go back to my regular self.
Mhm.
And maybe so you are doing it in the park or when you're walking, you can do it, but I never have done that. So I should try
Yeah.
feeling what I felt with you,
Mm.
not in front of the computer, and see what happens.
Sure. And I promise you, this is not because of me. There's nothing special over here. We are, this is that screen I point towards, and I didn't say it today. There's only one screen. Just like look at this screen right now. You can see 4 characters. Behind them is one screen. So there's nothing special about Mahip. The screen is the only one that is. You are that. Look at this. So yeah, good luck with that, and I would love to hear when you try and how that goes. How about others? Make sure that you get a chance to share your experience. How was your experience? What came up for you? Avi, you're mute, so I can't hear. So you have to unmute yourself. I was trying to put my glasses and I forgot that I have other glasses.
Okay. So
Yes.
I did experience what you said, anxiety,
Mhm,
stress, and I was just trying to let it be, just like you said.
mhm,
Don't
mhm.
know if you said it, but that's what I understood. Just
Makes sense.
don't fight it. Don't fight it. Just let it be and come back to your meditation. So I think that's what I keep learning about this process, is that let your thoughts go wild, but then always come back to yourself and don't let something take you too far.
Mm.
I mean, does this make sense?
Mhm. Yeah, that does make sense. And I'm glad that you understood it in that way, and you stayed with your experience. You stayed with anxiety. You did not react to them. Seems like you did not react to the anxiety. You just stayed present,
Mhm.
and it came and it left. It came and it left.
Mhm.
Sounds good. Hmm. Hmm. Thank you for giving it a try, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes,
I have,
Gloria.
I have a question. So in a space where we can take ourselves to a meditation or meditative state or meditative place, I understand we can do that, but in real life, when something happens and it triggers us and we get angry, for example, or get scared, anxious, or whatever feelings that is negative,
Mhm.
Is it possible? And if so, how can I start to let those negative feelings just go through or flow? Like during the meditation, I can kind of understand, and I can see and feel the feelings that if it rises, it will go away. But in real life, when the conflict is happening, and this trigger is coming to you, and I'm getting aroused with a negative feeling,
Mm.
when that happens to you, what
Mhm.
do you do to just let that go?
Yeah. So thank you for that question. And I will share, like, I'll share what I do. And this is not, you do what you do. Okay. Absolutely. I trust you. You do your life. I can share like what I do. First, as you were saying the question, what started happening in my life? Who gets angry? Who gets frustrated? Who is asking this question? Somehow, because I have asked this question, at least Mahip's mind has asked this question, who am I? Who am I? Like billions of times. So whenever something is happening, this question comes up as a torchlight. Starts looking for who's angry, who's upset. So often now there is mostly when anger arises, it's just a strong sensation. There's nobody who's angry. And I'm really not saying is to deny the anger. I am actually sharing like this ownership to anger is not there. Anger does happen. Strong sensation in the body, like strong, intense thought that arises. And I know in past it has stayed longer when I have owned it. When like, oh, I am angry, I'm going to do something. This is me, and how can they do that? Those thoughts do come. How can someone say this or do that? Now they come less somehow. And the sensation is just a scene because there's no resistance to anger. Or there's no resistance to anxiety for another thing. Anxiety comes like, when there is a situation which is anxiety provoking, this body experiences anxiety because there's something is not known. Like, but there's nobody who is anxious. This personhood feels mostly missing in my experience. And he comes back too. It's not like, so I'm in this kind of weird phasing in, phasing out kind of place. That's how, yeah. So I don't, yeah.
I understand. Okay, yes, I understand that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the question. Okay. Any other thoughts or reflections or questions? Alex is having a good time. Okay. If there's nothing coming up, we can end today's meeting and I'll see you next week. Yeah, and hopefully I'm hoping to just share this. I haven't advertised it properly, but I hope to just put it on my Facebook and see if people from India can join also. I have usually kept language separately, but who knows? I'm just gonna do whatever. So I'm excited about this. So thank you so much for being part of this. I really wanted to like start something that I can do weekly. It's nourishing to me, honestly. Like I can share this I can just do this in a park by myself, or I can do this here, and it feels extra fun. So, so thank you for being part of Mahip's mind. Okay. Bye bye, everyone.
One more thing.
Oh yeah.
I remember watching one of your videos talking about be playful or something like that. And I know I am always serious, and I've been with you before, but today I was so serious about my state was so serious about this. I'm going to listen to him, and I'm going to learn, and I was so serious, and maybe I should get that feeling away too.
There is nothing to learn. I know I'm saying something so weird. There's nothing to learn.
But like you said, it makes me feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. We do something, it makes me happy, so I'm doing it.
Yes.
And I feel happy, and that's why I want to share my happiness.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mahi.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Have a nice week, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.